Hi everyone, it's Friday, Friday, Friday. We love Friday, Friday. Friday is the best day. Friday, Friday, Friday. It is Friday today, and it's very, very windy outside. I don't like the wind, so I don't know if the girls and I are gonna try and go out for a walk today. We did go for a walk yesterday, and we found 32 things in our neighborhood that begin with the letter M. That was pretty fun. The girls behaved well too, but bad news. I was making face masks for my friend yesterday, and I made 3, and then I sewed over something I shouldn't have sewed. I broke my sewing machine, so now I have to wait for a new part. But anyway, at least I got 3 sewn. That was the good news. And I'm going to deliver those today when I go out in my car because I have to go to the pharmacy to get my medicine, and I also have to go and get my mommy's mail, and maybe I can have somebody push her up to the window so I can at least wave to her because I haven't seen her since mid-March. I mean, I've seen her twice through the window, but it would be nice to see her again through the window. I talk to her on the computer all the time. So that's a good thing. She's in good spirits and we're all doing well in our family as well. But today I want to talk to you. I promised you I would read you two Easter stories. Easter. But guess what? Today is Good Friday. Didn't sing the song. And let me tell you why. Good Friday is the day that Jesus Christ hung on the cross and he died. And at that moment that he died, he was separated from God his Father and from us. That's the day that Good Friday is. So it's kind of a somber day as we remember that. But we also need to remember the good news because today is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days. After 3 days, Christ rose up from the grave, or walked out of the tomb that they put him in. And he did that to conquer death, to save us from our sins. So, with that, I'm going to read you one serious story and one fun story. And let's go on. So the first one is called The Easter Story. Let me see if I can point that light so it's not quite shining on us so very brightly. Okay, now I'm in the shadow. Whoa, magic. The Easter Story. All right. Let me see if I can get the page open. There we go. The Easter Story. That's a picture of the tomb. The tomb is a place where they put bodies when they're dead. I'll move that just a little bit so I can see a little better. Kind of getting my hair out of my face, so I'm not touching my face so much. And I just washed my hands, so I'm good. Oh no! Mary of Magdalene said to her 2 friends, "We forgot about that stone in front of the cave. It's too big for us to move. What will we do?" They had gone to visit the cave or the tomb that Jesus was placed in. And they brought with them some things, some sweet oils to rub on Jesus's body. That's what they did back then with dead bodies. We don't do that anymore. Jesus had died 3 days ago, and it was Sunday morning. The sun was rising, and Mary and her friends had come to the garden. They had sweet oils to rub on Jesus' dead body, but now they were stuck because they couldn't move that heavy, heavy stone. "But wait a minute! Look," said Mary. "The stone has been moved. Now what has happened?" The 3 friends crept to the tomb. That means they, creeping, walked quietly, snuck, kind of, because they were a little bit scared. And they went into the black mouth of the cave. A young man sat on the stone shelf, and he wore bright white clothes. The women stood still. They were too scared to speak. I wonder who that guy was. "Do not be scared," the man said. "Jesus is not here. He is alive. Look, his body is gone. Go and tell his friends." Well, Mary thought he was lying. She thought the man had taken Jesus' body. She did not know the man was an angel. An angel sent by God. Mary raced out of the garden and she ran to Peter and John. "They have taken Jesus' body," she said. "We do not know where it is." And Peter and John, Jesus' friends, ran to the cave. Slowly, Mary went back. No one was there. She stood outside the cave and she cried. She bent down and looked in. There were 2 men in the cave. Got a shadow there. Okay. "Why are you crying?" they asked. "Oh, they have taken Jesus' body," she said. And just then, there was a noise behind her. Boy, I bet that really flipped her out. Would flip me out. Here I am talking to 2 angels and then I hear something behind me. Call me scared. And she turned around. A man stood in the garden. "Why are you crying?" he asked. "Who are you looking for?" Well, Mary thought he was the gardener. And she said, "If you took the body, sir, please tell me. I will go and get it." Mary really loved Jesus. And the man said, "Mary." His voice was full of love. Only one man said Mary's name that way. Jesus. It was Jesus, alive. "My teacher," Mary said. She was very, very happy. "Tell all of my friends," Jesus said. And that is the end of the book. So that's what Jesus instructed us to do, to tell our friends and our family that Jesus is alive, and he's alive and with us today. Okay, now, fun story. The Easter Egg. This book is by Jan Brett. My guys will know who Jan Brett is. She wrote The Mitten and The Hat and The Gingerbread Baby, and I'm trying to think if we read any others. She wrote a whole lot of books. Anyway, and she's known for her colorful illustrations, drawings. So there's the front page. Look at those pretty eggs. And as I said, she's known for her beautiful... I'm still getting glare. What must be from that? Let me see if I can get that a little bit better. No, it's this light. Let's see. This Patty's having a time with the lights here. All right. So there's a bunny and a bird. Or robin, as a matter of fact. Now let me read the pages. Chirrup, chirrup! Spring is here! Time to start my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. So that is Hoppy. That's right in the middle of the book. Okay. Hoppy had been dreaming about being that bunny all year long, and now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. Oh, kind of like I did with my tomatoes. The Easter rabbit will love those colorful flowers, he thought, and started picking flowers for his egg. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy, Flora said. So there's Hoppy way over there, and here's Flora with her flowers and her eggs. Yeah, very nice. Chop, chop, scrape, scrape. Hoppy spied Buster Birch. carving a magnificent wooden egg. "I wish I had some wood for my egg," he wished out loud. "Here you are, Hoppy," Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. "Thank you, Buster," Hoppy said. Now, this is going to foreshadow, it's going to tell us who's coming next. What's going on? Who's coming next? So you see, what? See that beautiful egg he's carving? Now, Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting squiggles and bows. "Hello, Hoppy," she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. "Hippity hop," Hoppy exclaimed. "I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it will make his whiskers tingle." So there's Sassafras making her beautiful chocolate eggs. Yum. I love chocolate. And there's Hoppy. And we're going to see who's coming next. Right there. I love all these little branches that are going around there. Those are called pussy willows. And I used to have a neighbor that was quite a bit younger than me. She was a little girl when I was a teenager. Her name was Marcia, and she couldn't say pussy willows, so she called them wussy pistils, which I think is a funny name, and sometimes I still call them wussy pistils. Ooh! Well then, Hoppy saw Granny Irene decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool, and then she dipped the eggs in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. "I'll never make an egg that beautiful," he told Granny Irene. She smiled. "Try," she said, giving him one of her special tools. It takes a very long time to make these eggs. You use dye and wax and special tools to make them. It's very hard to do. So that's what they're doing now. Who's going to come next? I don't know what's going on there. Something, that's for sure. We'll see. Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vanderrabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit so real that he looked alive. "Fantastic!" Hoppy exclaimed. "Thank you, Hoppy," Hans said. "Why don't you make a painting on your egg?" He gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. Well, that was very nice. Look at that picture of the Easter bunny. Oh my. As Hoppy bounced along, a loud bowing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling, it wasn't a bowing, it was a wong. It was a whirling, twirling, mechanical egg. "Whoa," Hoppy said, "that's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one?" Roberto asked. You see the egg there? It's a mechanical egg. Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. Poor Hoppy. He's trying so hard to make a beautiful egg. "Well, thank you, Roberto," he sighed, "but I think I better make the egg that's right for me." Which is why I always tell you guys, do your own work. I don't want to see your friends' work on your paper. I want to see yours, or wherever you're working. I want to see your work. Okay. So next, Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think. Here he is, way down here. Let's see if I can get that out of the shadow for you. There he is. Do you see him right there? "Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined," he thought. "I don't guess I have to win. I want to make an egg that I'm proud of." And that's what you should be doing, your best work and making it for you. The best one that you know how to do. Well, suddenly, the woods rang with the squawking of birds sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it hatched. So here's the egg. Here's Mother Robin. And of course, here's Hoppy. Hopping. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. "I'll take care of you the best I can," he whispered. And relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other 2 eggs. Do you see her up there? Oh, it's hard to see. There she is, Mother Robin. And of course, Hoppy sitting on the egg. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by and Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often he heard strange noises coming from above. But Hoppy did not run away. There he is, all snuggled down there in the ferns. Every day the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs, buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. And finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. So there they all are with their beautiful eggs. And there's a lot of rabbits there. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit, and suddenly a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. And guess what? This is a surprise page. It opens. If I can get it to go there. Let me push that back so that you can see it. I got a glare on it. And then I'll show you the pictures when I'm done with the reading, okay? "You have brought me the most beautiful eggs in the world, but a very special one is not here," he told them. Well, the rabbits were puzzled. Whose egg could that be? Whose egg do you think it was? Here are the pictures of that beautiful. There's the Easter bunny right there. And there's his wagon. It's got beautiful eggs all on it. It's being pulled by some chicken friends. All right. "Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs," he said, "and when I return, I will show you." Look at the foreshadow. Who's coming? You see all those eggs piled up in a big mound? And the Easter bunny disappeared into the woods. He came back with Hoppy, looking scruffy and bedraggled. That means he didn't look so good. He was kind of, wet and needed to take a shower and comb his hair and, those kinds of things. "Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of," the Easter rabbit told them. "He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby girl hatched and she could take care of it." The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop the wagon. And now they were ready to go. Here's the Easter bunny with the egg. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. "It's our best Easter ever, Hoppy," they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit and the robin chick rode off together to hide eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning. The end. I hope you like that story. I did. It's kind of a nice one. All right. It's Friday. Friday, Friday, Friday. We love Friday, Friday. Friday is the best day. Friday, Friday, Friday. When I see you again, it will be Monday. So in between now and Monday, I hope you have a great weekend. Remember to wash your hands. Keep your hands away from your face. Cover your sneezes. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Make a birthday card for your 4 April friends if you haven't done that already. And when I come back on Monday, we'll have another story to read, and we'll check on my celery and my lettuce and my carrots and my potato and the avocado. And I'll see you on Monday. But in the meantime, remember, God is in control. He's going to take care of us all. My God is so big. My God is so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big. My God is so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. Happy Easter, everyone. I'll see you Monday. Bye.